Hey everyone, welcome back. I am so excited because Vlogmas is here on my channel. It is alive and well. If you haven't been able to tell yet, I'm a little bit of a Mrs. Claus. I'm a little bit Christmas crazy, but it's a good thing, and that's what we're talking about in this video today. So I just want to let all of you regular viewers know that Vlogmas is starting. I don't have a set schedule for Vlogmas. I'm just going to post as much as I can. And as much as my schedule will allow me to edit and film and post. So hopefully that will be a lot over the next couple weeks, or few weeks I should say. And I'm really excited because we have a jam-packed week, or 2 months. Why do I keep saying week? I don't know. It's been a while since I've talked to the camera like this and done some sit-downs. So yes, we have a jam-packed next couple of months, and I'm really excited to take you guys along and share those fun things with you guys. And as you guys know, I like to sit down with a cup of something delicious. Today it is just rose tea with sugar and cream because somewhere deep down in my soul I am very English, and tea time is important for me. No, but I like to sit down with a cup of tea and chat with you guys. And by the title, you guys already know what I plan to chat with you about. I want to talk about Christmas decorating. I know, super controversial topic, but that's not why I want to talk about it. I want to talk to you guys about why I decorate so early for Christmas. Maybe some people don't care. I think it's becoming less of a taboo thing to do. I think people just don't really give a crap anymore when people decorate, but there definitely are some people who do. So if you are new to my videos, or if you just need this reminder, I am Canadian, so it's a little different here. We've had our Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving was at the beginning of October. That's over and done with. It's been over and done with for a long time. So the only other thing in Canada is yesterday was Remembrance Day, and if you are not from Canada, which most of you are not, Remembrance Day is like Veterans Day or Memorial Day, but Canadians take it way more seriously, I feel, or I've noticed, which is a good thing. So some Canadians specifically think that nobody should put up a Christmas tree before Remembrance Day. That's pretty much the only flack I've ever gotten or ever heard from putting up a tree early, because I know Americans are like, no, not before Thanksgiving, and that's a big deal for you guys. But since that doesn't apply to us, it's usually the Remembrance Day thing that is where the naysayers get you down. But I thought it would be fun just to kind of chat about why we put up our tree on November 1st and where that started. So every single year it is now tradition for us to pack up the Halloween stuff the morning of November 1st and to put up our Christmas tree and all our Christmas decorations. Now, for us, this started, I think, when Mackenzie was about 1.5 years. We were really sick one year. We just got a flu or a cold or something like that. I can't remember. And it was such a bummer. And we were stuck in the house, you know, with a baby. And it was quite bad. Like, mom was sick, dad was sick, baby was sick. And if ever any of you parents have ever been sick along with like a baby, it's so much different when you have older kids. But with babies, it's so difficult. And then when the parent is sick too, it's just a whole new level. So I think I was just feeling really down that year, and I was really bummed that we were sick. And so Cody suggested like, hey, why don't we put up the Christmas tree? And as something to do, we're stuck in the house, let's bring a little cheer to this dreary cold flu, whatever it was. And so we did, and we put up the Christmas tree, like, I think this was like November 3rd or something like that. And that's kind of how it began in our family. And then after, we just loved it so much, and it was so much fun. And Mackenzie, it was her first like Christmas where she could really notice things, and so she was like, wow, what is this? And it was just a really special moment for us, and we just kind of continued on with the tradition every year after that. We moved it to November 1st just so we could have like a set day for it. Where we live, we have a pumpkin walk, and it almost always snows November 1st, so it just feels very fitting. Now, what I meant by a pumpkin walk is you essentially donate all of your pumpkins from Halloween, all carved up and everything, and you give them to our big town park, and there's volunteers there waiting for them, and you drop them off, and then the town goes and puts them all along the walkways in our center park that we have in our town, and they light them all up with LED lights, and then the fire department comes down and does this big bonfire, and they serve hot cocoa, and there's music, and it's very festive and lovely, and usually it's snowing, and you just take a walk through the park with your cocoa, and look at all the pumpkins, and it's a really cool little tradition. And I don't know, it kind of just meshed where we started putting up our tree, and then we would go for cocoa and go to the pumpkin walk, and it was a really nice thing. Now, I have some more specific reasons I put up the tree so early and we start our like Christmas season this early, but I wanted to chat with you guys about something. Now, like I said in the beginning of this video, it's becoming more common, I think, to not be so upset by other people putting their tree up early, or what you deem as early, or whatever. The way I personally think of it, especially with this Remembrance Day thing of like some people being like, oh, you need to not put your tree up before, I think it's silly. I think it's so silly. It's honestly the dumbest thing I've ever heard. People getting mad about the way people are decorating the inside of their own personal homes. Like, that is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. It's just laughable to me. I don't know. Like, goodness, if having a fake tree or a real tree or whatever standing up in your living room makes you unable to do other things or respect other days, I don't know. That just sounds so silly to me. I'm at a loss for words because I find it so ridiculous. And especially with the Remembrance Day thing. Having my tree up on Remembrance Day does not make me incapable of honoring the day and still celebrating the day. Oh my goodness, it's so silly to me. It's so silly. But that aside, like, as you can tell, I get a little flustered about that because I just don't understand why people care so much about what is in somebody's house. Like, I will never understand that kind of thinking. I don't know, my brain is not capable of going there, of being like, why would I care about what you do in your own house? I don't care. So, but there have been some studies that have come out that I think are funny, and they're just fun to share, and they're fun to see around the internet, and I've seen this specific article posted a few times on Facebook about how there have been a couple studies done about how decorating early for Christmas is good for you. And it's scientifically proven that it is good for you because the nostalgia and the childhood memories and just the feeling that many people have associated with Christmas increases your dopamine levels, which are your happy hormones, and it actually just makes you happier, which is kind of why I do Christmas early, or I, bring the season into my home and into our lives so early. So I thought it was really cool. Not that I need a study to tell me that what we're doing is good for us, because we feel like it's good for us, so that's the point, right? You should do what you want to do with your own time in your own house. But yeah, I just thought it was kind of funny. So next time somebody gives you crap about putting your Christmas tree up early, link them to the one of the articles or one of the studies that says it's actually good for you. Okay, so all of that might have sounded a little weird, but I wanted to just talk a little bit more about why specifically, practically, I put up my tree so early and we start our Christmas season so early. And I want to show you this. This is our Christmas bucket list. So I started doing this a few years ago. And these are just things we do around the holiday season. I don't know how it is for your family, but the Christmas season, November and December, why can't I speak today? They are so busy for us. There's so many things happening. We have, usually there's like, this is the time for concerts or performances to happen. If we get tickets for specific event, it usually happens around November. There's a lot of things just going on in this month. There's Christmas parties for work, and for us specifically, my husband Cody his company does this huge Christmas party. It's unlike anything I've ever seen. I'm going to try really hard to bring you guys along and be able to film like a couple little clips. Now that we're like, I'm familiar with his company and his coworkers, I think I feel less weird pulling out my phone, which I would never like bring my whole tripod, but I want you guys to see some of it because it's absolutely bonkers. Like, it's so extra. It is so extra and so much fun. But anyway, they also do like a kids Christmas party, like the company Christmas party for the kids. There's dinners and lunches with people. People come together during the holidays and it gets so busy. I find that any of the classes or activities the kids are taking start to wrap up and we have final performances with that. There's Christmas shopping. We go Black Friday shopping, which is much less intense in Canada. It's like actually a pleasant experience, but it's still like in November, you know, it's still one other thing to add to the pile of things. So essentially what I'm saying is we make this Christmas bucket list, and these 2 months are so busy that I was finding, because I had tried putting up the tree like later in November, and that was fine. It didn't really affect anything per se. But I find that if I spread the Christmas season out between 2 months, I get to actually enjoy what's happening. And that is the biggest reason we start our Christmas season early, because I want to actually be present for this season with my kids. You only get so many Christmases with your kids. I know that is so sad when you actually think about it. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm running out of Christmases. But really, like, you only get so many seasons of the holidays with your children being small, and I really want to savor them. And I was finding that if we tried to start everything in December, 24 days is just not enough. We have a ton of traditions in our family, a lot of things we love to do, and I'll be doing a video about our traditions and the things we get up to during the Christmas season. But for us, there was just so much going on, and I was finding that I was so focused on organizing all these things and making sure we get to this and that and just jumping around everywhere, and I wasn't actually able to enjoy it as much. There was no downtime to just soak everything up. And so I find when I start the Christmas season November 1st, I have so much time to soak up the holiday season, watch all the Christmas movies, watch all the cheesy Hallmark movies. It just makes it so much more pleasant, and I actually get to feel like it's Christmas, because I found in the past when I didn't do this, it didn't feel like Christmas when Christmas came around. I was so focused on like, wow, how did this happen? Where did Christmas come from? It came up so fast. I didn't even feel like I had time to get into the Christmas spirit. I was so busy rushing around and like getting things ready for the kids, and then I totally missed it, and it was such a big bummer for me because I am such a passionate person, and I'm so nostalgic, and I love the magic of life. I love the small moments. I am very sentimental in that way, so it was a big deal for me to feel like I was missing out on one of my favorite times of year. So that is the big reason we started our Christmas season and decorating and everything so early, because it means I actually get to enjoy it, and Cody gets to enjoy it, and the kids love the entire thing. So I make a Christmas bucket list every year, and it looks like this. I shared it on Instagram, so if you want to like see what's on it, you can like zoom into the photo. Just follow me on Instagram. I'm Rainbow Miller on there if you're not already following me. This is what it looks like. It's got all the things that are specific to our family that we do, watching movies, going to visit Santa Claus, so many things. And I've noticed that the world kind of starts earlier too. Like, one of our favorite Santas to go see, like Winter Wonderland Santa immersive experiences, is at Bass Pro Shop, and they do theirs mid-November. So I think this year it's on the 16th or something, which is literally this weekend. So I feel like I I need this time. I need this time with the lights up and the tree up and everything's magical and cozy and warm. Not to mention, it really helps knock the winter blues, because we have really intense winters here. Last winter was the coldest winter I think I've ever experienced in my life. It was brutal. So I'm hoping it's a warmer winter this year, but still, the winter season where I live is very long. It's winter, it starts snowing in September, and it stops snowing in like April or May. So it's a very, very long, dark season, and this helps make it feel not so long, and it really does push away those winter blues. Because between the Christmas parties and all of the events and the lunches you get invited to, I feel like you get invited to a lot of things during the Christmas season. There's also traditions you want to hit, like we go to the Santa's Wonderland, and we go to a couple festivals of lights, and there's just smaller things that we do at home. We like to do St. Nicholas Day on the 6th of December, and the elves come on December 1st, and we have this big North Pole breakfast, and there's so much to do, and this way I feel like I can actually catch my breath, and it doesn't feel rushed, because I feel like I'm actually taking part in everything that's happening in my life during the season, and none of it feels rushed. None of it feels like, okay, what's next? What's the next tradition? What's the next holiday extravaganza I have to pull out of my butt for my kids? I get to enjoy it too, and I don't feel that way. And so it makes a huge, huge, huge difference in our life. Anyway, I felt like this was a good little intro to Vlogmas. I know I put up the decorations, and that was the first Vlogmas video you guys saw, and I have a huge list of things that I've written down, some for me, some from you guys, of things you want to see this Vlogmas and things I'm going to be filming. And I thought this would be a really good just beginning of Vlogmas video to do. A lot of you have requested that I do a Christmas budget video again. I'll do that. If you guys have any requests for things you want to see this Vlogmas, just put it in the comments down below. I really appreciate it. I actually physically write them down if it's a new idea or I don't already have it. And I love to know what you guys like to see, because when you film videos, sometimes it's hard to remove yourself and to imagine or come up with things you think people want to see from you. It can become a bit tricky, so I love to hear your guys' suggestions and ideas, so let me know in the comments below. I also want to know when you put up your Christmas decorations, if you celebrate Christmas. Do you have any kind of hang-ups about certain times or when it is good? How do you work this time of year in your family? Do you have a date, like do you buy a real tree and therefore you don't put it up till the first week of December or a little later? Or are you like me and you put it up right after Halloween or maybe earlier? Anyway, let me know what you guys do. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. It definitely helps me see that you are getting these videos and seeing these videos, and it helps grow our community. Of course, if you are not subscribed already, then click that thumbs up button. Oh no, that's wrong. Then hit that subscribe button. And if you want to make sure I am showing up in your feed, then just put the little bell notification on so that you know when I post a new video. Anyway, I'm trying to get better at saying these things. If you know me, you know I don't ever like plug myself at the end, but I'm trying. That sounds dirty. I'm a 14-year-old boy. Anyway, yeah, I'm trying to get better at that because I feel like it's necessary to actually grow my channel, and I really want this channel to grow because I've met so many amazing people on here, and now I'm rambling. So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in my next one. I can't wait to see what you guys suggest, and I can't wait to see or read what you guys do for your own families and how you handle this holiday controversial topic. Anyway, we'll see you in my next one. Thanks guys. Bye!